Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Grade 9 students, in this video we are going to start a new lesson, liquid measurements. Yesterday we already, I think you already done the review exercise. I told to do the review exercise. With the knowledge you are studying about volume on the previous grades. So the first part of this lesson we are going to recall about volume. It will helps to you with the review exercise knowledge, inshallah. Okay, first if we define volume, what is volume? Define means we have to understand what is volume. Amount of space occupied by a solid or a liquid, we can call it its volume. So let's take this empty bottle. Let's think it's an empty bottle. So if we pour any liquid into it, the space inside this bottle is called as volume of this bottle. Okay, so if you pour water, the empty space will be occupied, will be filled up with water. The empty space is filled up with water. So after that we can measure how much quantity of water we add. So let's take 200 milliliter. So we can say the volume of this bottle is 200 milliliter, which means we said this solid bottle, the empty space of this solid bottle is occupied with 200 milliliter of water. So the volume of this container, the volume of this bottle is 200 milliliter. So that is the definition of amount of space occupied by a solid or a liquid is called as its volume. Okay, if you analyze solids and liquids, so we have two characteristics. It's related to liquid measurement of about solids and liquids. Solids, when you think about the shape, solids always got definite shape. Definite means exact. அது உறுதியாக ஒரு 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 ஷேப் ஒன்று அங்கே இருக்கு. ஓகே, பட் ஃபார் அ லிக்விட் இட்ஸ் நாட் டெஃபினிட். ஓகே, இப்போ இந்த பாட்டிலில் நீங்கள் தண்ணியை ஊற்றினீங்கன்னு சொன்னால், சரி, இந்த பாட்டிலில் நீங்கள் ஒரு தண்ணியை ஊற்றினீங்கன்னு சொன்னால், இந்த பாட்டில் என்ன ஷேப்பில் இருக்குதோ நீங்கள் ஊற்றின அந்த தண்ணி அந்த ஷேப்புக்கு மாறும். ஸோ லிக்விட்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்கிறது அது எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் நீங்கள் எந்த கண்டெய்னரில் அதை ஊற்றுறீங்களோ, எந்த கண்டெய்னரில் அதை நீங்கள் வச்சிருக்கிறீங்களோ அந்த ஷேப்புக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி அது மாறும். இந்த பாயிண்ட் எங்களுக்கு பின்னுக்கு நாங்கள் படிக்கக்கூடிய செஷன்ஸில் வால்யூமை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு தேவையாக இருக்கும். மறந்துட்டிங்கன்னு சொன்னால் அந்த இடத்துல கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும் அந்த ஐடியாவை கொண்டு வர. when you pour any liquid into a container, it will always take the shape of the container. Liquids doesn't have a definite shape. In which container you can carry the liquid, it will change the shape about its container. So this point will help to find the volume of liquids for in the next part of the questions, inshallah. Okay, so first we think about shape of solid and liquid. What about uh, uh, volume of the solid? So solids, it is also got a definite volume. So if you fill 200 milliliter of water into this container, and also the volume of this container is 200 milliliter, that's what we discussed earlier. So, okay, if you pour a drink into this container, it is going to be exactly 200 milliliter, same as the water, because the container does not change the shape because it's a solid. So the volume of this container doesn't change. That is the meaning. Volume of solid is definite, it's constant, it doesn't change. Okay, what about liquid's volume? Yeah, it is also definite, it is also fixed. Okay, you take a handful of water, okay, so you can measure how many milliliter of water you got of your handful of water. So that amount of water doesn't change. So if you take another handful of drink, so it should be the same amount, it is the same amount. So liquids also have a definite volume. Okay, so let's go to the example. There are I think 5 figures on your textbook on the first page of liquid measurement. So they poured 200 milliliter of liquid into different kind of containers. Okay, different shape of containers. So let's check the shape of the liquid. It is different from each. Okay, then observes the height, observes the space the liquid occupied inside the container. So let's take the first container, it's almost filled. So let's take the second, not filled. So how much of space occupied? Half of the space or 3/4, what? So you can guess. Likewise, you can observe all the containers, which is how much of space is occupied. Okay, so we add 200 milliliter same amount of liquid into the containers, but the first container, like this, the first container, it's almost filled. So 200 milliliter is the volume of the container, or we already said 200 milliliter of liquid is poured. Oh, so that part is okay. So the volume of this container is 200 milliliter. Okay, the next point is, with the 200 milliliter of liquid, the container is almost filled. So another term we can call capacity. What do you call? Capacity. Capacity means maximum value, maximum volume. So the maximum volume of the first container is 200 milliliter because it's filled. What about the second? Maximum volume, it's more than 200 milliliter. Is that correct? Because we have some space there. For the other containers also, we have more space than 200 milliliter. So apart from the first container, the other containers are the maximum volume of the other containers are greater than 200 milliliter. Is that correct? Because we have some space there. So we are going to use another term instead of volume. Another term we are using for volume is capacity. Capacity means the maximum volume. மேக்ஸிமம் அதை கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ஃபில் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எவ்வளோ அது வந்து தாங்கும், எவ்வளோ அது கொள்ளும், எவ்வளோ லிக்விட் வந்து நாங்கள் அதுக்கு மொத்தமாக வந்து வச்சு கொள்றதுக்கு நாங்கள் இது பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்டா அதுக்கு நாங்கள் சொல்கிற பேர் தான் என்ன, கெப்பாசிட்டி. கெப்பாசிட்டி வால்யூம் ரெண்டுமே ஒன்று தான், ரைட். ஆனால் டிஃபரெண்ட்டாக ஒரு இடம் இருக்குது. வால்யூம்னு சொல்கிறது டோட்டல், வால்யூம்னு சொல்கிறது அந்த குறிப்பிட்ட அளவு. ஒன்று வரைஞ்சா இப்போ ரெண்டாவது ஃபிகரை நீங்கள் எடுத்து பாருங்கள். அதுக்கு எவ்வளோ வால்யூம் லிக்விட் போட்டிருக்கிறாங்க, எவ்வளோ வால்யூம் அந்த ரெண்டாவது கண்டெய்னரில் இருக்கிற லிக்விடே வால்யூம் எவ்வளோ, 200 ml. சரியா? மாறி கேட்டால் இன்னொரு மாதிரி இது கேட்டால் ரெண்டாவது கண்டெய்னரில் டோட்டலாக எவ்வளோ போடலும், எவ்வளோ ஊற்றலும், எவ்வளோ லிக்விட் எங்களை கொண்டு போயிட்டு அதில் சேவ் பண்ணி வைக்கலும் அந்த கண்டெய்னருக்கு 200 விட கூடியாக சேர்க்கணும். அப்படின்ற அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன, கெப்பாசிட்டி. ஓகே ஸோ வால்யூம், கெப்பாசிட்டி, there are two words we are using for the measurement, amount of liquid, amount of space to measure it. So that is the first point. You need to differentiate these two words, volume and capacity. Okay, and next thing, what is the measurement? What is the measurement, or how with which units we are going to measure the volume or capacity? So both are same, no? Capacity, volume, both are same. Different. It's differentiate in one place. Okay. Measuring capacity or measuring volume, we know a measuring unit, a small unit, it's called as milliliters, and then the larger unit we called liters. Okay, so milliliters, liters are the main measuring units. We are going to measure a volume of a liquid. Okay, so milliliters, liters, it's used to find the volume or capacity of a liquid. Okay, what about solids? In which measurement we are going to measure the volume of solids? Okay, so from I think grade 6 or grade 5 we studying two types of solids, so namely cube and cuboid. Cube and cuboid. Okay, let's check the equation to find the volume, and let's speak about the measuring unit of those cube and cuboid. In which measuring unit we are going to measure the volume of the solid shapes. Okay, first we draw a cube. So how to draw a cube? So draw a square. So draw another square slantly. Okay, so what is its name? So it's a cuboid, it's not a cube. So if you want to draw a cube, so draw a square. With inside the square, with a touch of this square, draw another square. So you will have a cube. So let's take the side length of a cube is 6 centimeter. So cube means it got six squares. Is that correct? You are studying how many faces, how many vertices, you are studying that. Yes, so let's take one of the side is x. So how do we calculate, how do we find the volume of this cube? So there is an equation. So volume equal length into length into length. So because it's a sphere, all the sides are length, so length into length into length. So x into x into x. We studied indices, so you know how to write x into x into x in simple form, x cube. Okay, so if you given a cube with 5 centimeter length, the length is 5 centimeter. So what is the volume of this cube? What is the volume of this cube? So volume equal length into length into length. So 5 into 5 into 5. So 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, it's 125. Or you can use this, x cube. X is 5, so 5 cube. So which means 5 into 5 into 5, so 125. Okay, what is the measurement of this length? It's with centimeter. Earlier we said milliliter and liter are the measuring units of volume. For whom? The liquids. So measuring unit of liquids is milliliter and liter. So measuring unit of solids are centimeter and meter. Because solids have the lengths, heights, breadth. Okay, so the length should be in centimeter or meter. So there is another measuring unit we are going to use, centimeter and meter. Okay, so this one is 5 centimeter, this one is 5 centimeter, and this one is also 5 centimeter. Like 3 5s, 3 centimeters are going to multiply. Okay, you all know in area of rectangle, let's take area of rectangle, length into breadth, is that correct? Length into breadth. So let's take 10 5, so 10 centimeter into 5 centimeter, so 50 centimeter square. We put a square. Why centimeter square? It's not centimeter square, it's square centimeter. Okay, you need to spell it square centimeter. We always spell in reverse, centimeter square, not centimeter square, it's actually square centimeter. Why square centimeter? Why we have 2 centimeters? So the lengths are with the centimeter, the measurement is also multiplying. Okay, so x into x, it's x squared, we know. It's x squared, you know that? So centimeter into centimeter, it's centimeter square. Likewise, here we have 3 lengths. So we are multiplying 3 measurements. So finally, the measuring unit is called as cubic centimeter. So power 3 is called as cube. You studied that. Power 2 called as square. So power 3 is called as cube. So cubic centimeter. So like milliliter, liter, another measurement is used to measure the volume, especially for solids. So centimeter meter is used to solid shapes. Okay, so it's like centimeter cube. So we are calling as cubic centimeter. Okay, so the volume of cube. So the equation is a cube. A is the side length of the cube. Okay, we'll go for the cuboid. So let's take a cuboid. So draw a rectangle. With inside with the touch, draw another rectangle. So you'll be having a cuboid. So cuboids, you all know, the cube has 6 faces, and cuboid also have 6 faces. So if you have your instrument box is the best example for cuboid. If you have an instrument box, not the Atlas one, okay, the other one. or you can take your textbook, maths textbook, close it and check it. What is the shape of your textbook? It's cuboid. Okay, so cuboids are with a rectangle, 6 rectangles. Is that correct? So we have length and we have breadth, and also we have another measurement, it's height. Okay, we have different kind of three pairs of rectangles. 3 pairs of rectangle. You already studied that. Okay, 3 pair of rectangles. So we have 3 type of length. So what is the equation? Volume equal length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. Okay, there are 3 measurements. So likewise the cube, we have 3 lengths. Okay, length, breadth, height, 3 types of length. So the volume, the final answer we are going to say with cubic centimeter. If the measurement is centimeter, it's cubic centimeter. If the measurement is meter, the volume is cubic meter. Cubic meter. Why? If the length, breadth, height, all 3 are with meter, it's meter into meter into meter. So meter cube. So we already know the measuring unit of volume, it's with milliliter and liter. For solids we are using cubic centimeter and cubic meter.